Hmm? 3 seconds, guys. Be quiet,
All
okay?
right. What's up, man? I was stalking your Facebook page yesterday, and I saw you by the beach. I'm over here in New York, and it's raining, and it's miserable. And I go to Facebook, and I see you and your wife by the beach having a cocktail. What was going on with that? Where'd you guys go?
Yeah, well, it was Thursday. Ended my day early, and I said, my wife's like, "Hey, you want to go take a walk on the beach?" I'm like, "Why not? 70 degrees out. Let's go."
Wow.
We had a nice lunch, so it was a pretty nice evening or
Wow.
afternoon, anyway.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, we can't complain here. We actually got a couple of days above 30. It was pretty nice. Most of the snow, it's been raining, so most of the snow has melted. But it's been a misery up here. But I see you on Facebook, and it looks like you had a great time.
Yeah, it was awesome. And actually, you know what? When you guys had that big snowstorm, I woke up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and I saw some flurries outside. I'm like, "What is going on here?" But it didn't
Right.
last long. Nothing stuck, so it was it was a nice day actually.
Yeah. Well, don't feel bad because Florida got a cold. I think in Florida it was like
I
30
heard,
degrees.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
my in-laws are down there, and they were like, it's like 35 degrees down here in Naples. It was pretty cold, but it's
Yeah.
back up to 75, 80.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, today it's gonna be another 70-degree day, so a little overcast today, but it's 70 degrees, so it's
Well, we
nice.
won't. Let's try to get through this so you can enjoy your day. But again, my name is Chris, and I work with North Shore Properties Realty, and I'm also the Heroes Agents. Part of the Heroes Agents team with Alicia Stern, and we help first responders and members of the military when buying or selling a home by giving money back. And through that, Chris and we developed this new program for heroes that are relocating anywhere in the United States. We have a network of realtors that can help you out with that. And hence the name Hero Relo. So here we are. If you missed the last couple of episodes, make sure you go back and watch those. But today we're going to be talking about a certain area. I think it's called Summerville. Is that correct, Chris?
Yes, sir. Somerville.
What can you
Yep. A
tell
lot
us
of people are
about
flocking
Summerville?
to. Yeah, so a lot of people are flocking to that area because it's a new up and coming area. The pricing is still pretty good for a new construction home, even for a resale in that area. The area where I'm in, Mount Pleasant and like West Ashley area, right outside the city, is just so inflated right now, and the pricing is just astronomical. So most of the folks that want to come from New York want to have a lower mortgage payment. So that's like the next best step. That's pretty close to the city, and you still have good pricing there.
Awesome. And I know I did a little research when you said, "Okay, I want to cover Somerville." So I did a little research, and it looks like it's a community that's up and coming. I see a lot of new construction. I see nice little towns that it has. There's actually a couple of trails and stuff like that. So if you like the outdoors, it looks like a good place for people who like to mountain bike and hang out outside.
Oh yeah, it's like being in the country, but they're building it up so much that you're gonna have bars, restaurants, new supermarkets, new schools are opening up. You have charter schools that are opening up. Cane Bay High School is right there, and all the schools in Cane Bay are amazing. A lot of people like that school district. So, and there's just hundreds of neighborhoods that are popping up, and D.R. Horton is building another big project there, 2,500 homes. You have that's Pine Hills. You have Pine Crest that's starting to be another 2,500 homes. So it's just there. It's just blowing up.
Right. And I hear that it's known for its sweet tea. What's about? Is that where sweet tea was created or something like that? I just like I like reading up on the towns and see what they're about and see what they're known for. And apparently, it's a sweet tea for whatever reason. It's actually where it originated from. Is that correct?
That I'm not even sure of.
You're not even
That
sure.
I'm not
Maybe
sure
maybe
of.
maybe my detailed anal side decided to research that, but I did find out that it's a sweet tea, whatever. It's just one of those little.
I'll have to look that up.
Yeah, you got to look it up. But let's. Can you share your screen and tell us like what are the homes selling for in that area? Because it's very important for people that are relocating. Uh, Even our heroes that are relocating down south, they want to know what's the price ranges, and also, what's the difference between New York and South Carolina in terms of taxes and HOA fees, if there is any. But we're gonna share your screen now, so you can share that with us. Did
Yeah.
you share
So
your
if you
screen?
guys can see my, if you can see,
Yeah, we lost your audio there for a second, Chris. Oops. It looks like we lost Chris. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. What
Oh,
happened there?
yeah. We
Little
we
technical difficulties.
little. Hey, it happens. You know what I mean? It happens. But try
Yeah.
sharing your screen now again.
All right. Let's see if we can make this happen here.
All right.
You
There we
see my
go.
screen now?
Uh, hold on one second. All right, share it now.
All right. So here we go. This is going to be so Somerville's.
Hold on, Chris. Hold on. We're having some technical difficulties here. Just give me one second. Sorry about that. Give me one second, brother.
Falling asleep.
All right, hold on. Hold on one second, man. I don't know what the hell happened here, but can you talk? Cause I can't hear you.
Yeah, I'm here.
All right, cool. So go ahead. You can share your screen again. Now your audio's working.
Yeah. So in January 21, in Berkeley County, we were at an average sale price of 296, and in Dorchester, we're at 260. Fast forward now to January 22, in Berkeley County, we're at 350, and Dorchester 324. So the market's up 18% in Berkeley County, 24, almost 25% in Dorchester County.
Mm-hmm.
So pricing is going up. And part of that is a lot of people are flocking to these areas, and obviously construction costs have been fluctuating, going up, things like that. So you want to get in sooner than later. I mean, the market is pretty hot in New York right now. I know they're saying that rates are supposed to be going up, which could bring the market down in New York, in my opinion, a little bit. As rates go up, values usually tend to come down. But in this area here, I mean, so many people are flocking here. So many new constructions happening. So many new neighborhoods are being put in. I just think the market here is going to be pretty strong for quite some time. So if you're thinking about moving, now is probably the time to get your home on the market in Long Island and get out of Dodge.
Yeah, it's interesting because in a few minutes I'm going to share my screen and we're going to go over the stats for Suffolk County, where it's actually going into a more neutral market. Um, it's going into a more neutral market in Suffolk County. Actually, let me share that now really quick before we go on. Um, so as you can see here, can you see the screen?
Yep, I got it.
All right. So as you can see here, the currently the in Nassau and Long Island in general, but in Suffolk, we've been in a seller's market. Now, as you can see, it's creeping up to a neutral market, which means basically that home prices tend to be more reasonable and stay on the market a little longer, and that could be seasonal. It could be because it's January, but I haven't seen a neutral market in a while here in Suffolk County. And as we go down to the median sale price of homes, it's up by 12%. It's up to over $56,000. And if we go to an interesting stat here, what I love this website because it lets you know the asking price versus the sold price, and it tells you from December. Let me just go back a little bit here. In December of 2021, there were over 1,700 homes sold. In January, that went down by 29% to 1,200. And it gives you a nice little breakdown here as to how much the home are selling for. The asking price versus the sold price. You had 424 homes that were sold under asking. You had 156 homes that were sold at asking, and you had 631 homes that were sold over asking. So, although we're reaching a much neutral market, homes are still selling over asking. And you brought up a good point about interest rates. and stuff like that, and that may affect the market. So going forward, so that's something we have to look, be careful, and if you're looking to sell, because you really want to sell your home for top dollar. And like, again, we don't have any crystal balls. We don't know what we don't know what's going to happen in the market going forward. But what we could take an educated guess that the market is going to be impacted by the rising interest rates. But go ahead. Can we continue on with
Yeah.
the Somerville?
Yeah, the one thing I wanted to bring up about Long Island I thought was pretty interesting is when I looked at the stats the other day, I know the inventory is like 3,700. And I've never ever seen it that low in my real estate career in Long Island. Never seen the inventory that low before.
Right.
So that's something to actually look out for as well.
Yeah, it's pretty low. It's super low. So let's talk about what types of homes are available. I know there's a lot of I know you're working with a lot of builders and stuff like that. What type of homes are available down there
Yeah,
in Somerville?
Yeah, so you have a lot of options. Obviously, each builder is going to have different model homes that you can choose from. They'll have different finishes, different product lines. So you'll have, like for D.R. Horton, for example, you have the Emerald line and you have the Express line. The Emerald line is like the D.R. Horton line. It's a little bit more of upscale finishes, where the Express is just more of an affordable home. But you have homes ranging from 1,600 square feet up to well over 3,000 square feet,
Right.
sometimes 4,000 with some of these builders. So you do have a wide range of options, ranches, colonials, two stories, all these different options. And, you can get that, basic home with vinyl siding, or you can get that Southern Charm home with the double porch and the cement board siding that you have to paint every 5 to 10 years, which is what I have. I wanted that Southern Charm style home, as opposed to just a basic, vinyl siding home.
Right. So let's discuss that process of. I know we went through it um, the last show, but let's repeat that because somebody may be listening for the first time. Let's talk about that process of when you're buying a brand new construction, and the difference between buying a new construction and buying a resale.
Yeah, so the new construction process is pretty simple. The builders would have a list of available lots that they can sell. Sometimes it could be 100 available, 50 to 100 available lots they can sell with spec homes that are already in place to be built, or they're already started already. So pretty much you have to pick your lot. You have to like the model that's on that lot. And if you're okay with purchasing it, you simply go to contract. Some of these builders, actually, by the way, are looking for minimal down, $4,000 down, and they'll build your house start to finish. You go to contract. Once you go to contract, the next step in the process is looking for that pre-drywall inspection. That gives you the opportunity to look at the home before the drywall goes up and all the plumbing and electrical is all roughed in. You get a chance to take video of the home so you know where all the electrical lines, plumbing lines, gas lines are. So when you're later on in the future, when you close and you want to hang up that picture or do some work to the property, you know to watch out for certain things that are behind the walls, which is a great. I always resorted back to my video that I took in my home. After that, you're pretty much going through the process. Let the builder build your home, and you're going to do your pre-closing inspection, where that's when everything is completed, and they actually give you a roll of blue tape, and you go around the home and you tape up all and any imperfections that are in the property. That's usually a week before closing,
Right.
and the builder goes in and touches up everything that you want to get touched up. Any last minute items that aren't addressed, they'll address, and you simply close. You go to the title company and you close. Usually one attorney, one title closer, just gets all the paperwork together and make sure all the I's are dotted, T's are crossed, and you close. Get the keys and you move in.
Now, what's the time frame from start to finish for a new construction, and what's the minimum down payment that you have to give so that the construction can begin?
So the time frame is usually about 6 months, but you got to take that with a grain of salt. Sometimes you can have delays in materials. So with spec homes, usually when the foundation is poured, all the materials for the home are ordered. The kitchen is ordered, so everything should be coming in a timely fashion. But we can't obviously predict when they would come in if there is delays with material, things like that. So usually about 6 months, start to finish, you can expect to be in your new home. And as far as down payment, that really is between you and your lender. That's really whatever you could put. If you can put down 20%, obviously get rid of PMI. That's great. If you're buying as a second home, you'd have to put down 20%. So that's something that you need to speak to your lender about. But as the builders don't really care what you put down as long as you can buy the property at the end of the day.
Right, but they can't start working on it if uh, if obviously you don't have a down payment, correct?
Well, a lot of these homes are spec homes, so they're already starting to build.
Oh, okay,
So some of these builders, they can
okay.
only sell them when their framing is completed. So these
Oh,
homes
okay.
are already started. Yeah, they're not like in Long Island where they're looking for that buyer to start the project. These builders are moving already. They're already starting to build the property, and they're in such high demand that they can do that. They're not worried about getting the home sold.
Okay.
The homes are going to be sold.
Okay.
We have an average sale price of 5 days in Summerville area. So I mean, things are selling pretty quickly.
Yeah, and I know we discussed this in the past because we know when you purchase a home here in New York, it's a much longer process in terms of how many people are involved, and the contract signing here takes an average of about 7 days sometimes,
Mhm.
going back and forth after inspection. And you were telling me that down there the sales agreement is actually the contract, correct?
Yep, pretty much. We have a contract, which was an elaborated sales agreement that we have in Long Island, and the builder sends the contract. And the builder contract is more of like an REO contract in Long Island. You cannot change the contract. You can't make adjustments to protect you, the buyer. The contract is geared towards to protect the builder, and that's something that the buyer would have to just accept. But I've never had any issues with. I mean, I know before in the past the builders were canceling contract because the construction costs were going up so much that the builder was losing money, so they had to cancel a few contracts. But right now, everything is moving forward. I think construction costs have subsided. So when the contracts are written from the builder, you're locked. Once you sign, you're locked into that price. So if costs
Right.
go up after that, you're locked into that lower price.
That's good
So
to
they
know
can't adjust that
because
price on
yeah,
you.
that's good to know because now with the way, materials, how expensive they are and inflation and stuff like that, it's important to have that security that the price is not going to go up on you. Now let's talk about resales. I know you have mentioned resales are a different breed because they go even quicker than these new constructions. And if you are looking for a resale, which is a home that's already been built, that's already has some age in it. Tell us about that. Tell us why it's important to really be cognizant that if you do want to buy a resale, you have to be ready to jump. Correct?
Yeah, you have to have all your ducks in a row. And if you're relocating from Long Island, I just had a conversation with a future client who's we're actually going to his house on Sunday, looking to move out of Long Island, move to Somerville. I always tell people get your pre-approval from the bank, know what you can afford when you come down here. Have a realtor come to your home, give you an evaluation of your home and the current condition. If they can make adjustments to the home to maximize the value, go ahead and make your adjustments. But have all your ducks in a row. Know what you're going to net from the sale of your home. Know what you're going to walk away with. Know what you're pre-approved for. And then as far as a resale, you have to be down here. I mean, I mentioned before that the inventory in Long Island was about 3,700. In the tri-state area here, it's about 1,300 last time I checked. So inventory is super, super low. You expect to have multiple offers, bidding wars here, just like Long Island on a resale. It's just the inventory is so low. So supply and demand.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I get it. So let me ask you a question. Have you met any New Yorkers down there in your new neighborhood? Because I know we both retired from. In case you guys don't know, we both retired from about the same time from the New York City Fire Department. So have you met any firemen, any police officers down there from New York or the tri-state
Yeah,
area?
so yep. So I have two retired firemen that are in my neighborhood. I have a few NYPD officers that just moved into the neighborhood a few months ago. So yeah, there's tons of first responders that are flocking here. I mean, I have a whole group with all the first responders that have moved from Long Island or New York or Connecticut, Westchester, upstate New York, and we get together a few times a month. We do like luncheons and get together and shoot the shit and it's just a great feeling. We always kind of compare information too, when it comes down to doctors and dentists and all kind of medical stuff, and taxes. Right now we're in tax season. Hey, who does your taxes down here? So we all kind of network and group all
Right.
our contacts together, so we're all informed about what's going on here.
Right. And what's the average taxes down there for a home, for like a brand new construction?
It depends on where you are. Depends on the price point, obviously. But I
Right.
mean,
In
I'm seeing
Somerville, in
20.
Somerville.
Somerville, you're probably around under 2,500 like for the
Wow, that's
year.
incredible.
2,500 for the year for a brand new construction home.
That's incredible. That's
Yeah,
ridiculous. I just paid my taxes at
definitely beats
fifteen
ten
thousand.
thousand dollars from Long Island.
Yeah, I just paid my taxes at $15,000 a year.
Oh God, that's disgusting.
It's a lot of money. It's a lot
And
of
what do you
money.
get? And what do you get for it? Really? I mean, what are you getting for it? You're getting nothing for it in
True.
Long Island. And it's look. Everyone's got their hand in the cookie jar, and it's a big
Yeah.
problem.
Yeah.
These politicians just want to take every penny from you. It's crazy, it's stupid.
I think now my biggest concern was, starting anew, you know, transferring my business down there to South Carolina. But my biggest concern was meeting people, like-minded people like myself, retired first responders and stuff like that. And you just gave me comfort that there's a bunch of New Yorkers down there, first responders that are down there. So that gives me a little comfort. And I'm looking forward to actually going down there to visit you in a couple of weeks, and so you can show me around, and maybe we take some videos for the audience here. But again, we go live every Thursdays at 11 a.m. So make sure that you put that in your calendar. If you guys have any questions, you can leave it in the comment section below. If there's a particular area down in South Carolina that you would like us to cover, just let us know down in the comment section. Also, if you live over here in Long Island, you are a first responder. Even if you're not a first responder and you're looking and you want to know what your home would sell for, just give us a call at 833 Top Hero. And we can get that out to you as soon as possible. And just remember that real estate is hyper local up here, so it can change from zip code to zip code. So just be aware of that. So in closing, Chris, what would you like to tell the audience?
No, listen, if you, it's very important to have all your ducks in a row. Don't just assume that you're pre-approved. Don't assume you know what your home is worth. Don't assume that your home is in the best condition. So when we go to your home, we give you recommendations of things that you could do to maximize the value. So, and usually not a lot of money out of pocket. We don't want our clients to spend a lot of money renovating their home, but yeah, just know exactly 100% where you're going to go in the process, just so when you don't have any surprises when you're going through it.
Awesome, Chris. Well, this was fun, and I look forward to hearing from you next week, brother.
Yeah, I can't wait to see you.
All right, brother. I'll see you.
All right, take it easy.